to Nice Radio every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. for A View from the Outside, hosted by Brereton Horne. A View from the Outside takes a look at key issues affecting St. Vincent and the Grenadines and gives a global perspective on how these issues are viewed. Host Brereton Horne will examine a variety of topics to enlighten, stimulate debate, and explore solutions. Hear the facts, hear the real-life stories, hear A View from the Outside. Join Brereton Horne at 7:30 a.m. every Saturday on Nice Radio for A View from the Outside.
On A View from the Outside this week being the 9th of May 2020, we look at Mother's Day, with the view being that all Vincentians will do well on Mother's Day, 10th of May 2020, to pause and to recognize the existence, contribution, and selflessness of the mothers of the nation. And by the same token, we encourage the mothers to continue to carry the mantle for the nation's good. Mother's Day is a celebration which is observed every year in honor of all mothers across the globe. It is a day when mothers are thanked for their motherhood, thanked for being mothers. They are thanked for giving us life, those who did, and for being the best at the job. They are thanked for their patience and for their resilience. They are thanked for their kindness and their teachings. They are thanked for their contributions to society. The celebration of Mother's Day started way back in the early part of the 20th century. In fact, it was first proposed in 1905 by an American woman named Anna Jarvis. Anna Jarvis wanted a day to recognize the contribution that her mother, Anne Reeves Jarvis, made as a nurse during the American Civil War. By 1911, Mother's Day was widely celebrated by all of the states in the United States of America, and with time, it became widely celebrated around the world. It is typically celebrated on the second Sunday of the month of May every year in the USA and many other countries, including St. Vincent and the Grenadines. However, it is also celebrated on different dates in some countries. For example, it is celebrated as Mothering Sunday in the United Kingdom on the fourth Sunday of Lent each year. This year it was on the 22nd of March, 2020. We, on A View from the Outside, recognize the importance of mothers in our lives. And it is with that in mind that we encourage every Vincentian to acknowledge and recognize your own mother and recognize all Vincentian mothers. If your own mother is no longer with you, we encourage you to recognize the mother in your life. We encourage you simply to recognize all of the mothers of our nation. Acknowledge and recognize that mothers are principally the ones who nurture, love, and care. Acknowledge and recognize that mothers are multifaceted. They perform the roles of carers, teachers, mentors, and a whole host of other things. Acknowledge and recognize that mothers generally have immeasurable love. Acknowledge and recognize that mothers are incalculably resilient despite numerous struggles. Acknowledge and recognize that mothers are the very foundation of what and who we are. Mothers, we recognize and salute you all. As we all pause to shower praise on the mothers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the mothers of our nation, as we pause to celebrate with them tomorrow, the 10th of May, 2020, we on A View from the Outside, by the same token, and without any intention of diminishing the showers of praise, call upon all of our mothers to continue to perform the roles and responsibilities that come with motherhood. Continue to nurture the children of our nation. We ask you to recognize the extremely difficult and trying times that the world is currently experiencing, and to lend support to your children, our children, the nation's children. We ask you not only to be a mother to your own child or children, we ask you to be neighborly and look out for other people's children. We ask you to genuinely apply the African proverb that it takes a village to raise a child. Let the entire community interact with the children for them to experience and grow in a safe and healthy environment. We encourage you not to ignore the cries and pains of our sons and daughters, the sons and daughters of the nation. Be there for them. We encourage you not to see our sons and especially our daughters, like Yogi Farrell and others, being destroyed by politicians and others, and sit there. We encourage you not to sit there in silence and do nothing about it. Be neighborly. Stop and think. Please, stop and think for a moment that Yogi Farrell could have been your own daughter. The ghastly sight of recent images of Yogi Farrell on social media is a constant reminder of how those in the upper echelons of power, with the collaboration of the state machinery, have altered the course of her life and have curtailed her potential. Those images serve as a reminder of the shame which has been brought on our nation. Mothers, we encourage you not to remain in silence if you are aware of the abuse of any of the nation's children, your children, our children. Your roles and responsibilities demand that you speak up and speak out. We encourage you, mothers, to remember and speak out about Vincentian students, your sons and daughters, our sons and daughters, the nation's sons and daughters who are stuck in Jamaica, Cuba, and elsewhere, and who are crying out for the assistance of the government to help them to get home during this difficult time of COVID-19. Speak up and speak out on their behalf. They are the future of the nation. Mothers, we encourage you to speak up and speak out with passion about all of our sailors and other workers, your sons and daughters, our sons and daughters, the nation's sons and daughters who desperately want to get home, but up to now are unable to do so. At this time, when it is evident that morality is at an all-time low in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it is even more important for you, our mothers, the nation's mothers, come forth. Come forth and show your tenacity. Come forth and show your resilience. Come forth and show your diligence. Come forth and show your courage. Come forth and show your strength. Come forth and teach and positively influence your children, our children, nation's children. Come forth and show that you care for your children, our children, the nation's children. Come forth and provide guidance and aspirations to your children, our children, the nation's children. Show that you are not asleep and that you will work to ensure that our nation returns to some level of respectability. Your children, our children, the nation's children will thank you for it. And the nation as a whole will benefit immensely. Mothers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, mothers of the nation, we, on A View from the Outside, wish you all a happy Mother's Day tomorrow. We hope that your day is a most enjoyable one. We hope also that amidst your celebrations, you find time for sober reflection, which will energize you to strive to return St. Vincent and the Grenadines to some level of respectability in the not-too-distant future. As you revel in your celebrations and sober reflections, we, on A View from the Outside, share with you the words of the late Maya Angelou, an American poet and civil rights activist. These words are about something which she remembered about her own mother. She said, and I quote, "My mother said, I must always be intolerant of ignorance, but understanding of illiteracy. That some people, unable to go to school, were more educated and more intelligent than college professors." Unquote. Until next week, Randy and all of the listeners, this Brereton Horne with A View from the Outside, reminding our listeners to send feedback as usual to aviewfromtheoutside@hotmail.com. We also invite you to visit us and like our Facebook page at A View from the Outside, and also to visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel at JMB Horne. Everyone, have a pleasant Saturday, have a wonderful Sunday tomorrow, and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers. And everyone, have a productive week ahead. Thanks to you, Randy, to all of the mothers, and to all of the listeners. Have a wonderful time.